My name is Harvey Oyer, and I am deeply honored to have been asked to present this film, The History of Boynton Beach. Because you see, my family has a long history in the city of Boynton Beach, dating back to really its founding. This film was created originally in 1976 as part of the celebration of the United States bicentennial. Of course, a lot has happened in Boynton Beach since 1976, so there's a lot more history to tell today. And some of the imagery that you'll see in this film looks a little outdated. It was agriculture and cows and pineapple fields at one time, and today that's been replaced with houses and shopping malls and roads. But the real story of the founding of Boynton Beach has not changed, and the families and the personalities who carved the city out of the jungle wilderness of South Florida has not changed. My family's involvement in Boynton Beach actually dates back to before the creation of Boynton Beach. The year was 1895, and my great-grandparents operated a steamboat on Lake Worth, the body of water Lake Worth, today known as the Intercoastal Waterway. And in 1895, they were hired by two men from Michigan, a Major Nathan S. Boynton from Port Huron, and his friend William Linton from Saginaw, Michigan. And they hired my family to take them south down the lake, where they looked at a piece of land that they eventually acquired. And eventually a town was created there, and it took on the name of Boynton, the town of Boynton. Back before Palm Beach County even existed, this was Dade County, and my great-great-grandparents, Captain H.D. Pierce and his wife, were the first permanent non-Native American settlers in this area. And as Boynton Beach started to grow, my family grew with it. In fact, my great-uncle was the first postmaster. My father, of course, was born and raised there, and he served as mayor of the city, and he served as president of the Historical Society. And he loved Boynton Beach so much that he was actually known as Mr. Boynton Beach. And when he passed away a few years ago, as a tribute to him, many people contributed money to the Boynton Beach Historical Society. And one of their many great projects in our community is the remaking of this film, the updating of the 1976 Lowell Thomas History of Boynton Beach. Like my father, I was born and raised in Boynton Beach, and I've been a witness to really a dramatic growth that's taken place in this community over the course of the 20th century, from a small agricultural and fishing community to one of the largest municipalities in southeast Florida. When Major Boynton arrived in 1895, the only way to get to what would become Boynton Beach was to sail down the 26-mile-long freshwater lake known as Lake Worth. That was the only mode of transportation. There were no inland roads, there was no intercoastal waterway, and there were no railroads until the following year, when Henry Morrison Flagler put in a railroad that would eventually open all of southeast Florida to development. Today, of course, Boynton Beach is much different. We have a Florida Turnpike and a Boynton Beach interchange. We have 3 interchanges on I-95. We're served by 2 railroads, the CSX, which has a tri-rail commuter system, and of course Flagler's original railroad, the Florida East Coast Railroad, which will soon have passenger service again. My family was attracted to South Florida in the year 1872 for a variety of reasons, most of which were health and climate related, and I find it fascinating that while we've gone from one family here, mine, to nearly 7 million people in the 3 South Florida counties, people still come here for the same reasons today that my family came here and that Major Boynton came here in the 1890s. And that is, it is a piece of paradise. We live in a perfect climate, in a beautiful subtropical setting, with the world's largest warm water current, the Gulf Stream, coming closer to land in Boynton Beach than anywhere in the world. And it is these natural attributes that causes people to continue to move here today. The Boynton Beach Historical Society played a lead role in creating this film in 1976, and they are playing the lead role in updating this film today. Their mission is to preserve and share the history of the city of Boynton Beach. And I encourage you to make your own exploration into the history of your community. And I also encourage you to become involved in the Boynton Beach Historical Society. On behalf of my family and on behalf of the Boynton Beach Historical Society, I invite you on this journey to explore the rich, diverse, and wonderful history of our community, Boynton Beach.